peace, Libras. Welcome to your yearly 2022 horoscope. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Please click the like, share, and subscribe button if you like the video. It helps us get, more views. So if you could kindly do that, we appreciate you. If you want more information about what we do, please check the description box below. And I have all my services marked down there. All right. This year starts off with the closing energies of the eclipses. That will have you in good spirits for the first 5 months of the year. And so anything that you were working on with those eclipses over the past 18 months, as you wrap up that cycle and whatever those lessons were for you, because this was in a pretty positive placement for you, you're going to be on cloud 9 wrapping those things up because you learned a lot there. And it was in a sister sign, so it was in a trine the whole entire time for you. And you was really getting down to the nitty-gritty on your mission, your purpose in this lifetime. And so you'll begin to continue building on whatever that is for you for the next 5 months. And so, or I should say for the first 5 months of the year. And so Venus, your ruling planet, is going to be conjunct the eclipse in your 4th house. Also, Venus in Capricorn is retrograde, which starts on December 19th to mid-January, and then it'll finally go direct on March. Now, I've been talking about this on my page quite a lot because it's going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be a challenging time. I just think it's a really big transit, right? Not just because it's a 4-month-long transit, but the changes in which we're being asked to make from this transit are really big deals. Like we're changing our values on a pretty drastic level. And although I think this is more going to have to do with what's coming from the global perspective, as opposed to the personal, especially if you've been doing the work. So if you've gotten those last 5 months and you've really gotten a hold of some kind of positivity from the last eclipse cycle, I really feel like you're going to be getting more pieces to the puzzle of that story. And so to help you better solidify whatever it is that you've been working on over the last 18 months. And so if you've got a lot more personal work to do, then this might be a little bit more challenging, unfortunately. And that's okay. That's why I went through that video and I did it quite a few times, because I've gotten a lot of calls already with that on that transit alone. And so as I try to help people understand, even myself as a Libra rising, what this really means for you, I'm going to try to come up with as many different themes as possible. But overall, nonetheless, there's a lot there, right? There's a lot to unpack. So probably not purchasing any homes at this time. Don't lend any money to anyone or invest in any new financial endeavors at this time. No new hairdos or styles at this time. This has probably been a very transformational area of life for you within your home and family, because Pluto has been transiting this area of your life since 2008. And so there's been a lot to unpack here with home and family. This could have been people moving in, people moving out, you learning about your lineage, you having some issues around your parents' health, you gaining new members to the family. So somebody getting married, losing members to the family, someone getting a divorce or a death in the family, somebody having a baby, you having a baby, or adopting. This could be adoption as well. You've probably moved a few different times, and you're probably going to move just one more time, or somebody's going to move in. Or you're just improving your home in some way, shape, or form. Attracting money, and possibly a love interest moves in. So again, just a lot going on in the 4th house there. Your rising sign will be squared for 3 months, which can bring in challenges, which can be a challenging time for you. But squares aren't always about challenges. It's also about refining things. So let's say perhaps you learned a lot about yourself over these last few years, really. And now you're just at an impasse with what you learned, and it's like a checking in. So are those values really still right for me? Or you're in a relationship now, so you have to rework your values to make sure that they align with your partner's. Or how are you bringing your likes and dislikes together with you and your partner or another person? Even your children, and how is that going to look with somebody new in the home? And, like kind of acclimating to those things. And so that can be considered challenging, but you work through those challenges. I really have to say that it doesn't have to be bad. And so basically anything that's coming up here for you to remember that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, to help reevaluate where perhaps you can do just a little bit better in some area of your life, okay? And this is around you, because it's your rising sign. An old flame can resurface, or there could just be a lot of arguing between you and your partner, or again, just having conversations about how things are going to look as you guys mend and blend partnerships, right? The key is to bring the relationship back into balance. This takes listening to each other's needs, talking things through, making sure that you're consistently on the same page. And Mars will sextile your rising sign, indicating that you might jump into a relationship, or always vice versa, leave a relationship because you feel like you were taking advantage of. But either way, relationships are pretty big here. This could also be relationships with your siblings, because Mars is going to be in the 3rd house. So straightforward talk first and foremost, because it's the 3rd house. So we're talking about communication here, can help see if people are serious about the relationship and keeping people honest. And also this could be about your siblings, neighbors, the things that you're doing in the community together, how you're viewed with your partner in the community. How do you guys want to be viewed in the community? Okay. This could also be starting a business with your partner from home. And so again, what do you guys want that to look like? Really working on that, learning each other's styles and understanding how each other works and how you can build off of each other. All those kind of blended things there. A lot of blending of the family. Now, if you're not in a relationship and this doesn't incorporate a relationship, you could be doing this with a sibling and or neighbors and or in your community somehow. Or this could just be about you building and putting more pieces of the puzzle together around your business, marketing, sales, things of that nature, you know, becoming self-made, entrepreneurship things here, or you're learning something, you're taking a lot of small, short courses, studying, trying to understand how to put the pieces together. So the gathering of information and data here. Either way, whether you're doing it for yourself or within a relationship, you're, you know, figuring things out. Okay. And then we have Moon opposite Saturn. This is going to be learning to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Now, if you want my honest opinion, Libras, I feel like this is what the real difficulty is going to be if you are experiencing any relationship issues. It's not so much that the relationship is difficult or that there are going to be a lot of challenges in the relationship, other than the fact that you are not good with your emotions, right? And how are you really going to master that? Especially with that Jupiter and Pisces energy, that's going to be in your 12th house. It's going to be a lot of internal work, a lot of behind the scenes work where you are going to be highly challenged on how to work through your emotions. Some spiritual awakening, spiritual work. Actually, because it's maybe not in your 12th house, but either way, it's some kind of spiritual understanding for Jupiter and Pisces. So, okay. Mars is also going to conjunct Pluto. So watch out for power struggles in relationships. This can be things around family again. You might meet somebody new at this time. This will be built over time, whatever this is. So having creative projects can be highlighted as well. There can be tension. This could also be a great time to launch your own business or start a business partnership. So again, if you have a partner, making sure that you guys have things that you work on to avoid the arguments or the squares or the tension in the relationship, doing things together, learning each other, exploring each other, understanding what you guys are good at together. And marketing, again, can be favorable for you. Okay, so Jupiter is going to conjunct Neptune. Your dreams can come true here when it comes to finances. Working on your investments can be favorable. This can also be meeting someone completely new. Your partner can get sick or tired or burnt out. It can lead to communication issues with clients or co-workers. So really be careful for that. But being of service to animals, pets, or people in general. You could be having two choices, whether that's two jobs, to businesses, to business partners, all those kind of 6th house things there. But a new beginning at work, or changing work, or changing a health routine. Really making sure you and your partner are included in everything that you do too. Again, just to remember that the more that you guys work together and learn each other, the better that these squares will kind of work out with you guys. So you got to talk. You got to have the difficult conversations. Saturn will be giving rewards to you in your work or business opportunities. This can bring a contract agreement, and overall accentuating that some kind of healing is needed. Mars will retrograde in Gemini in the 6th house again. So that's what I was just talking about. Again, this is highlighting children, education, and work will have some positive results for you. And you can definitely see more of this in 2023. Okay, the eclipse will activate your finances. It can be up and down because that's just what eclipses represent. But how much can you trust someone? Is there trust in your relationship? This can expand by having a child or family members or receiving an inheritance. Pluto will square your sun or your ascendant. This can be family troubles that need to move forward in some kind of way. Health concerns with around family members or yourself, or your parents or in-laws. Travel plans. The need to heal family trauma. And so all that fourth house stuff is still going to come back around, but you'll be finalizing all of that throughout this time. I think it's super, super important to remember that, really understanding what role you're playing in all these things that are coming up, holding yourself accountable, stand firm in your values, speak up for yourself, be honest and caring, loving, operate from your heart. And I honestly think that you'll get through this, with positive results. I really do believe that, even though it might have seemed like there's just a lot of arguing there, you've already been through a lot of this stuff. Like, this is not new stuff. And that's the most important thing to keep in mind, that you're getting the chance to finalize a lot of this stuff. And so you're already aware of the issues. You're really already aware of what role you played in all of this. So don't let this, see the positivity. I actually think it's going to be more positive than not. Again, the only people who are really going to struggle with this are the people who have been avoiding it all along. It's going to be a lot heavier for you, unfortunately. But do the work, get some healing, get some counseling, seek help, ask questions. And you'll get there, you will eventually get there. So as always, family, I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.